Great advice, Jacqueline, and we are certainly going to be feeling the wind chills on Wednesday and especially on Thursday. Thanks so much for tuning into the Weather Network. Michelle Mackey joining you with your Ontario coverage. Let's begin with the wind story. Now, Wednesday morning, they're going to be moderate, but they're going to sustain around that 10 to 20 kilometer mark coming from the northwest as we move throughout the day. And because of that, we are really going to feel the wind chills, especially on Thursday morning. But first, Wednesday, city of Toronto, -4 feeling. Again, it's that feels like temperature. -9 Barrie, that's where it's going to be colder at -13. And not much of a pickup throughout the day. In fact, we only make it to a high of -2 in Toronto. Again, still feeling like -7. And we have snow on the way as well. This is all thanks to an Alberta clipper that's going to be bringing us about 3 to 6 centimeters of snow. So it's going to be bringing with it a little bit of a longer commuting time as well for your Wednesday morning. The further south we go, 6 to 12 centimeters expected through the Niagara region. And this is going to continue throughout the day with light to moderate snow. We're also looking at some lake effect enhancement, particularly up through Parry Sound, and that is because the Great Lakes, they're still not covered with ice, especially when we compare them to last year. Let's head further to the east now. With this, dogs love playing in the snow. Me, not so much. We're certainly going to be getting lots of snow in the east, and that is because we have a succession of low pressure systems making their way into the Maritime provinces, into Newfoundland, Labrador. Wednesday into Saturday, extensive snowfall amounts. Meanwhile, back in Toronto, this is what we can expect for the next 7 days. You can see the snow on Wednesday clear. Thanks, Kim. And from around the world, we take you back to your Canadian forecast. These were your high temperatures on Tuesday. Note Vancouver sitting at 9 degrees, St. John's 7, but the blues, that's an indication of temperatures below seasonal, which encompasses the rest of the country. And cold temperatures for your Wednesday and Thursday are coming up. Here's what we can expect for your Wednesday morning through the south. We have -9, and that's your wind chill. That's your feels like temperature in the city of Toronto. -13 is your feels like temperature in Barrie, and we're not going to see much of a rebound as we move into the afternoon hours. Barrie only climbing to -10, -7 for Toronto, Kitchener -9. So if you're heading out, bundle up the kids, and we're also expecting some snowfall. Now, this is all thanks to an Alberta clipper, the center of the low passing stateside, so we are going to get more snow further to the south. I'll have the accumulation numbers in a moment, but first let's play this out. You can see it does clear as we move into your Thursday. High pressure builds in behind it, but really frigid temperatures. I'll have your 7-day forecast for Toronto momentarily, but first the snowfall amounts 3 to 6 centimeters for the GTA in towards Kitchener. Further to the south, that's where we have higher amounts, 6 to 12 centimeters for the Golden Horseshoe. Set the alarms early. It's going to be a bit of a hectic, messy Wednesday morning commute. Yeah. I think that video says it all, doesn't it? That's the highest amount of snow that we've seen not only this year, but this entire winter season for southwestern Ontario. And like I said, it's not over. More snow on the way thanks to this Alberta clipper. And this Alberta clipper is also making its way further to the east. And this is going to be a big snow event Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we have this guy coming into the Maritimes for Saturday. So lots of snow expected for the Maritimes and Newfoundland. Also rain for Nova Scotia. But here's your 7-day forecast for Toronto, area that we hear about this entire winter season. Thanks for joining me here on the Weather Network. Michelle Mackey with you, and we have more snow on the way for the same area. That is thanks to an Alberta clipper. Now, the center of the low, it's going to be passing stateside, but we're going to be feeling the effects in southwestern Ontario up towards the GTA, still picking up on some of that snow. It's going to be light and moderate continuing throughout your Wednesday. Thursday, it clears out. High pressure pushes in behind it along with strong winds, and that means cold temperatures. We're really going to be feeling the wind chill as well. Now, in terms of how much snow we can expect, through the GTA, looking at about 3 to 6 centimeters. Further to the south, as I mentioned, the closer we get to the center of the low, the higher the snowfall amounts. 6 to 12 centimeters expected from Windsor up towards London. So set the alarm clocks early. This is likely to be a messy Wednesday morning commute, and it's also going to be quite chilly, but seasonal. -4 to start off the day in Toronto and feeling like -9 with the wind chill, but I think it's safe to say it could be worse when we look to the north. Sault Ste. Marie feeling like -20 to start out the day. So bundle yourself up if you're heading out, bundle up the kids. Certainly going to need it because we're not seeing much moderation in the temperatures as we look into Wednesday afternoon. Toronto only making its way up to -2, right on par with the seasonal average. But with those winds coming from the northwest, it's going to be feeling closer to -7. All right, here's a look at your Wednesday forecast. You can see this low making its way, skirting its way through southern Ontario, southern Quebec. We're going to see some flurries through Montreal, and it's going to be a big weather maker for the Maritime provinces. It's actually going to intensify. And it continues Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a succession of low pressure systems for the east. And that means extensive snowfall for PEI, for New Brunswick, rainfall for Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. We'll have more on that coming up. First, your 7-day forecast for the city of Toronto. You can see we've got the snow continuing through your Wednesday. High pressure building in for Thursday, Friday, into Saturday, your next chance of seeing significant snowfall amounts. 120-kilometer-per-hour mark. Thanks so much for joining me. Michelle Mackey with you, and we begin our national coverage, as I mentioned, on the East Coast, where we saw extensive winds through Tuesday. As usual, wreck house for the wind, 127-kilometer-per-hour wind gust. Now, we do have high pressure in place for your Wednesday morning, but that is not going to last. We have our next system rolling in through Wednesday evening into Thursday, and we are expecting extensive snowfall with this system. I know, once again, right? All right, where we see the areas in white, that's where we're looking at 20 to 40 centimeters of snow. The bulk of this snowfall is going to be on your Thursday. Areas further to the east, the southeast of New Brunswick, Moncton, St. John, that's where we'll be on the higher side of that 20 to 40 mark, likely closer to 40 centimeters of snow expected. Now, this is going to begin as a snow story for Nova Scotia, but it's going to transition to rain as this system pushes through. Halifax picking up about 10 to 25 millimeters of rain. Meanwhile, after Monday's system, it was a mess, and we had widespread school closures as well throughout the southwest of the province on Monday. Wednesday morning, not looking at many school closures. We do have snow on the way, but first, we're talking about the cold temperatures. Frigid. Toronto starting the day off at -4, feeling like -9, colder to the north. But as I mentioned, the big story here is the snowfall that we're expecting. This is all thanks to an Alberta clipper. The flurries moderate throughout the day. We could be picking up 3 to 6 centimeters of snow through southwestern Ontario. The further to the south we go, Windsor, that's where we're looking at 6 to 12 centimeters. A similar story as we head to the Niagara region. Now, I mentioned this is all thanks to an Alberta clipper. That is going to be clipping the south of the province as we go into Wednesday, making its way to eastern Canada, and that's going to be the big weather maker. Not too bad, is it? Unfortunately, this is not going to last as we head throughout the week. You can see lots of purples. That's an indication of temperatures -15 or below before the wind chill. And this is all thanks to an Arctic high pressure that's going to be pushing down, keeping those temperatures cold, but we are going to see some moderation on the south coast, Vancouver, mild conditions, but we are expecting a new system to come as we move into this week. Coming up, 128 centimeters of snow fell in the past week. Thanks so much for joining me here on the Weather Network. Michelle Mackey with you with your national coverage. Beginning in the east, a recap. These are the snowfall totals that we saw on Tuesday through Atlantic Canada, Newfoundland. St. John's only picking up 1 centimeter of snow. This was mostly a rain story. We also had extensive freezing rain throughout this past weekend. In the Maritimes, Monday to Tuesday, a potent storm rolled through Moncton with 46 centimeters of snow. St. John, 31 centimeters. Let's check in now with Nathan Coleman, a recap on the wild past few days. Thanks so much, Nathan. And we have another potent storm on the way Wednesday into Saturday morning. The bulk of this snowfall for the Maritimes is going to fall Thursday during the day, Thursday evening as we move further to the north towards Newfoundland. You can see 20 to 40 centimeters for the areas highlighted in white, but Moncton, where Nathan was reporting from, could see upwards of 40 centimeters. That's where we're really looking at the extensive snowfall. Now, this is all thanks to what was an Alberta clipper that has now tracked to the east. You can see as we move into Ontario, clearing for Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, another low pressure system moving in from the east is going to be a big weather maker for both Ontario and once again, eastern Canada.